Good morning, Utah. I hope that your Tuesday's off to a terrific start. How about a terrific view that we saw yesterday during a sun shower? Woodland Hills in Utah County, you can even see a rainbow off in the distance and all the greenery right there. Yesterday, we saw those spotty showers and thunderstorms. Peggy Sorensen found some of that wet weather, and maybe today you'll find some of that wet weather as we'll have more potential for that wet weather. As really today's weather won't be too different compared to what we saw yesterday, and our weather headlines more or less copy and paste compared to what we saw yesterday. We still have our ongoing flood concerns. We're still going to continue to see above average warmth. The storm potential stays in the forecast and more of the same over the next couple of days, but I do think Wednesday and Thursday will actually bring a little bit better coverage when it comes to those showers and thunderstorms compared to what we're going to see today and compared to what we saw yesterday. But beginning with our ongoing flood concerns, we have multiple flood watches, warnings, and advisories in place. A flood warning tells you that either flooding is occurring now or is expected. A flood advisory typically means that that waterway is running above action stage and could climb into flood stage, while the flood watch means flooding is a possibility. So our flood warnings include the Bear River below the Woodruff Narrows, the Sevier River near Hatch, the Ogden River, the South Fork near Huntsville, and the Strawberry River near the Strawberry Reservoir. Then we have those flood watches for the Little Bear River impacting Cache Valley below Hiram Dam and Paradise, while the Weber River near Plain City continues and the Green River near Jensen continues as well. And then for the flood advisories, those include the Bear River near Corinne, the Blacksmith Fork near Hiram, the Dolores River near the San Miguel River, and also the Colorado River near Cisco. Still plenty of waterways to keep an eye on. And remember, even for those waterways not in those watches, warnings, advisories are running high, fast, cold, and dangerous. Make sure that you're giving those waterways the space they need. But speaking of a waterway, how about the Colorado River? You can actually see how fast it's moving downstream. A really cool view from Red Cliffs Lodge in Moab, where a beautiful sunrise is currently underway. And we're also being treated to a beautiful sunrise in northern Utah. The view from Powder Mountain looking spectacular. Still plenty of snow up on the mountain. But down in our valleys, temperatures this morning mainly ranging in the 40s and 50s, while Salt Lake is sitting at 62. In St. George, you're waking up to a temperature of 70 degrees. It's a mild start to the morning, to say the least, and we are tracking a few spotty showers around this morning, mainly down in Kane and Garfield County. And we do have a few showers that are now currently moving into the northern Uintas and also into the southwestern portion of Wyoming. The setup today, similar compared to what we saw yesterday. High pressure sitting down to our southeast, a low pressure to our northwest. Winds are mainly out of the west into the southwest, so still pulling in that moisture from the Pacific and the Gulf of California. But once we get into our Wednesday and Thursday, that low pressure will start to work its way back in our direction, and the chance for wet weather will start to increase once again. But for today, while flash flooding is not necessarily a probability, it's still a possibility at most of our national parks and our recreation areas down in southern Utah. So if you have any plans to go for a hike in the backcountry or go for a hike in the slot canyons, make sure that you have multiple ways to stay alert just in case. And while arches and canyonlands we're not necessarily expecting flash flooding, it still can't be completely ruled out. For today, those daytime highs will be similar compared to what we saw yesterday. That'll mean most will see highs in the 70s and 80s, while Park City will climb to 68 degrees. Then down in central Utah, 86 for Green River, 79 for Castledale, 80 degrees for Fillmore. Then down in southern Utah, 78 for Blanding, 78 for Escalante, 68 for Bryce Canyon, and St. George will lead the way, coming in at 92 this afternoon. So as we go from the morning into the afternoon, just a few spotty showers, but once we get to the heart of the afternoon with that peak daytime heating, you can see those spotty showers around this wet weather will once again favor the high terrain like we saw yesterday, but also like we saw yesterday, a few spots in our valleys, even along the Wasatch Front, will have that chance of seeing those isolated showers and thunderstorms. The chance for wet weather will begin to go down into this evening, looking mostly dry during the overnight. Then we basically do it all over again on Wednesday, but I think tomorrow will bring a little bit better coverage compared to what we're going to see today, and then that trend will continue going into our Thursday. So here's how it looks on the 7-day forecast, where in St. George we'll hold on to that slight chance the next couple of days, and isolated showers and thunderstorms on our Thursday, looking mostly dry on Friday, but we do bring back that wet weather potential this weekend. Highs will mainly be in the 90s, overnight lows mainly in the 60s. Then along the Wasatch Front, those daytime highs will mainly be in the 80s, with overnight lows generally in the upper 50s and low 60s. Slight chance for today, isolated showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday, then a scattered showers and thunderstorms on Thursday. Mostly dry Friday into Saturday with about a 10% chance, and then a slight chance into Sunday, as daytime highs could actually climb into the upper 80s by the end of this upcoming weekend.